Hey, good morning, fellas. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? 4th of July period is coming up. Yes, Lance, it is live. Are you still in Hawaii, Lance? Or did you make it back home? Sunstar. I went out this morning and got a ship first thing in the morning. And, oh, flew home last night. Okay, Lance. So you're back. Yeah, here comes Mark White.
Morning, Paul.
Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. You?
Hanging in there.
Good.
Here comes David.
Oh, I didn't know. Filming. Right, bye.
Hi, David.
You all right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling, David? All right?
Sore.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
Whereabouts on your leg did they take it, by the way?
Midway up the calf. Is it calf?
The front of your
Between
yeah,
the front between your
calf
ankle
is
and your
calf is between your ankle and your knee.
yeah.
now,
So yeah.
David, did they send you home with some pain medications?
Paul, they
Yeah.
cut a hole in my leg when the anesthetic didn't work. Yeah. Do you think they give me any pain medication?
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Nope.
They did not? Oh, I thought they'd give you some pills, to take one of these every 4 hours or whatever.
No. Just get your shot bought paracetamol if you got any pain.
Yeah.
Yes, Lance, I flew a ship this morning, first thing this morning, and I haven't got it posted yet. I have it in ready to be put together because I got to add music to it.
So do you reckon this means you know how they tell you don't believe every sign you see? Yeah. Do you reckon this sign is legit?
I don't know. What does it say?
Museum of Fire.
Use next exit.
Mm.
It was a big fire.
Oh.
It's in the US as well, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
So on the freeway. I would imagine that's got to be out towards California, Colorado, something like that. Hey, Joe, how's it go?
Well, I've been up since about 4.
Morning, Joe. I went to bed at
Morning,
4.
morning, yo. Yeah. They didn't give David any medication. They said just go home and listen to Laura. That give you the numbing effect.
I like that.
Did you learn how to? It'll numb you real quick.
I am not falling down that hole. Hell no.
For a change, Drone Nation last night was not the normal agenda written show that Ron normally puts out because they had Ken Dono on it.
Yeah, the show went downhill to me.
Yeah. I thought it was a lot more interesting than normal.
Tell you, Ken Dono needs to respect everybody's shows when he comes on and watch his mouth.
Yeah, that's true, but
You know, I'm sorry. You know, that's my opinion.
I have zero respect for Ken Dono. He's an idiot.
When he comes on with his mouth and he starts mouthing, you know, it's just too much.
Well, he's sanctimonious too. He comes in, he knows everything. Nobody else knows anything. You know.
he
He
does
did
know a lot.
contradict
I'll
Lon
give
and
him
everything Lon said last night.
He must be American then.
that.
No, he's from Florida.
Oh, he's Floridian.
He's from Florida. You know how those Floridians are.
Yeah. Yeah, we know what Justin's like.
So we have an incident going on here in our little 13,000 plus town of Mandeville.
Hmm.
We had 2 women robbed at an ATM overnight.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. It's out on the news because it's a little small town, so it's out on the news already.
What's the population of Mandeville?
About 13,000.
Wow.
So they got a picture of the car, and they got a picture of the guy dressed in a hoodie with a mask, and all you can see is his nose and his eyes. And I looked at that picture, and I said, I know who that is. Like that. And Justin's not here. I texted him the picture, and I said, look at that picture and tell me who it is. And Justin came back. He's in Mississippi at a training. He came back and he gave me the same name. Play football with him. And the only reason that I could pick him up so easy, the face, is because of the taking pictures of him in a football uniform, and all you see is the eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
And I looked at it and I said,
The helmet.
tell me that's not what I think it is. And he said, I don't know how to even reach out to this guy and tell him. The dad's a cop.
Well,
And the
that's
thing
not right.
is, well, the dad's a cop at Mandeville. So that's why I'm thinking I'm probably wrong. Because I know he's seen the picture.
Yeah, and he should
Yeah.
recognize him, I suppose.
Yeah,
he should be able-
It's different through your eyes because you're used to looking at eyes.
Yeah.
The average person's looking, well, how's his chin? How's his ears? Wait, no.
And the automobile involved looks like one of their family cars. That was the other thing they got. So I'm gonna go
Well, what
later
you
and
need
touch
to do
base
is you
with
need to get a hold of the Mandeville police, whoever's in charge, not the detective, whoever's
Yeah.
in charge, and just say, hey, I could be wrong, but
Yeah, but I don't want to be wrong. Let's put that. I want to be wrong. I don't want to bring up something if I'm wrong.
see something, say something, Joe. You know that.
Well,
Yeah.
I know you got to say something.
Yeah, well, look
But
at it this way. If you're wrong, no harm done. Right? They'll speak to him. You're wrong, you're wrong. But if you're right,
Well,
he deserves to be caught.
You're right.
Mm.
But you see, I'll get with him later today. I'll go over there because I got to get with him anyway. Because I'm shooting a wedding for him coming up. And I'm gonna
That's not
say,
good.
man, what's going on with that guy that's robbing these people? I said, I'm gonna say, you need to look at this picture real good and tell your son don't wear a hoodie right now.
Well, I wouldn't tell the dad.
Well,
No.
you know, I don't think I'll tell him.
I think I would let either the state police know or whoever is above them, because you don't want to get put in the middle of it.
Well, yeah, I don't want to be in the middle of that.
You just make an anonymous call.
It's just, I'm gonna go back. I haven't done it yet. I was gonna pull a couple of pictures of him. I got them real easy to get because I actually shot pictures for him. I want to look at it again.
Yeah, just make that anonymous call and just say,
Well, who
might be wrong.
Who
This
would be
looks like
above
this
the Mandeville detective? Is there a police chief over there, or
Oh, yeah, I
Are
can
they,
talk to. I got a
are
lot
they
of them
pre-
over there I can talk to.
are they pretty close together, all of them, you know?
Everybody's close.
So the state police would be your next best call.
Well,
Yeah,
knowing the
yeah.
way your Justin is, don't you think Justin's probably already been in touch?
Well, Justin said he will look at it when he gets home.
All right.
Because Justin, if I put it like this, Justin is a good friend of the guy. Justin will go to it.
That puts your family in the middle again.
Yeah, but Justin told me, he said, let me look at it real good because he said, I want to, he said, pull a couple of pictures and look. He said, because I'm thinking it too. And he said, and I remember seeing that car before. I said, yeah, I know the car's what caught me because it looked, I knew the car was a little Infiniti SUV. And when and they showed the picture, I looked and it just, boom, it was right there. So but it happened overnight.
Well, your
Two
son,
robberies at the ATM right down the street from him.
my opinion, Joe, is you and your son need to stay out of it, and you got to do it somehow anonymously.
Yeah. Yeah, because that could,
Your son
if
still works there, you know?
he works in a different department.
Yeah, but it's still, it's all part of that. egg.
Yeah, I agree. It's
What
conundrum. A conundrum.
Hey, Mr. Justin is here.
Oh, speaking of Floridians,
Hi, Justin.
happened?
let me go pull those pictures. I want to look at a couple of his pictures that I got. Just take a good look. Not gonna be the other side. Yeah, he had two sons. He had two sons play for Mandeville.
Well, the thing of it is if you don't say something, you're going to be really pissed if they pull it again and somebody gets shot and killed.
Oh, I know. God, it looks like him.
Like I
What
said,
happened?
anonymous tip off. You don't have to put your name forward, and then let the police do their business.
Oh, what happened? Confused.
They had
Okay,
a ATM right down the street overnight. Two women were robbed with 2 hours apart
right.
by a guy in a grayish color Infiniti type of SUV. He had a black hoodie on, black mask on, the whole works. All you see is the eyes. And when I looked at the eyes, I said, "That's what you call it." One of the football players.
So call Crime Stoppers and get some money. It's all anonymous.
Well, I told Justin,
Crime
yeah,
Stopper.
it's still anonymous. It's Crime Stoppers putting it out, and I sent it to Justin, and Justin said the same thing.
Justin's his
Okay.
brother, his son that's a cop.
Shit, I'll call it in if you don't want the reward. Fuck that. I'll tell you,
But
usually it's like
pulled up-
$5,000, so
I just
that's a
pulled
lot
up
of
his
money.
headshot. Let's put it this way: I pulled up the younger son's headshot. That was the first one I thought of when I looked at it. And I'm looking at this younger son's headshot next to this thing. The eyes are identical. The nose is
Oh.
identical.
I'll call
The
Crime
Eyebrows are
Stoppers.
identical.
Yeah, because Joe took all the football pictures, and they were football players, and he's got, you know how a football player pictures, they got the helmet on, and you got just the
All
eyes.
you see is the eyes and the nose.
Call Crime Stoppers and get you some money. Usually those rewards for stuff like that are usually around 5,000.
Yeah.
It'll go towards your house.
Yeah.
Pay off my drone.
I mean, seriously, if you know who it is, it's about doing the right. At the end of the day, it's about doing the right thing. If you think it's
Exactly.
somebody, you
Because
call it in.
Yep.
If it's not him, they'll know that. They'll figure it out.
And the thing of it is if you don't call it in and something else happens worse, you know, you gotta live with that.
Well, it's not even
Yeah.
that. It's just about doing the right thing. I mean, the dude's out there robbing fucking ladies at the ATM. Fuck that.
Well, I'm with you. Let me go back. I got this. I want to look at his brother. Because him and his brother look alike. That's the problem.
Well, it doesn't even matter. If you put them on the right track and then they figure out it's one of them, you're still gonna get paid
Yeah,
regardless.
they're liable to bring them both in and sweat them and sue. Who's I didn't do it, but you know, maybe
Yeah,
my
but-
brother did it.
You see, the other thing in that, I don't want to go to, I'm not going to Mandeville Police Department with it
No,
because the dad is a Mandeville cop.
No, you go to Crime Stoppers, it's totally anonymous. And then they'll obviously report it to the police department. The police department's gonna have to investigate it. And then if your tip brings any kind of lead to it,
yeah,
then they'll call.
crime if you
They'll
if
give you an anonymous code. You give that code to the police, to the Crime Stoppers, and then they'll send you a check.
Well, the thing of it is Crime Stoppers. They deal with it being anonymous all the time, right?
Right,
Yeah,
they
it's-
give
it's
you, what they do is,
anonymous.
they don't take your information, they give you a code. So you have a code.
Yeah,
And then, so the only way they can't even identify you by the code. The code is just a number that they give your phone call that you called in. And then if you happen to bring in some kind of information that helps with a case, then you give them that, when you call back to give them that code, then they'll cut you a check.
Yeah, they'll walk you through it.
But it's all
Yeah.
anonymous, so. But it's like I said, it's about,
How do
even
they
if
cut you a
it's-
check if it's anonymous? They must have to have your name to give you the check.
well, Crime Stoppers doesn't report anything. Like, they don't
Mm.
give up any information. Like the
Uh-huh.
police departments and stuff aren't allowed to know
They
who
give
they
the
are.
information, but they're not your information.
Morning,
Like
Jason.
Crime Stoppers over here.
Yeah.
It's just that Crime Stoppers over
I
here
don't,
stop giving out rewards.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly how it works 100% because I've never done it before, but I know that they give you some kind of code and that code identifies you specifically.
yeah.
And then they use that code in order to pay you. Like I said, past that, I'm not entirely sure how it works. But like I said, even if you're wrong though, they'll know that. They'll figure it out and they'll investigate and they'll say, nope, we're not the right person.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to pull up this other picture of the brother. Look at that one too.
Lance says he just Googled it and he can see the face as clear as day.
Yeah,
And if his dad's a fucking cop, dude, his dad should know the vehicle and all that.
that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm wondering if, because it sure looks like one of their family vehicles. Looks like the one the mom drives.
That'd be fucking morons. Yeah, let's use a family vehicle to go rob somebody. And my dad's a cop. Yeah, he's not gonna see that.
Well, the thing of it is
Fucking
they
idiots.
maybe they're cocky enough thinking, well, my dad's a cop, but they're not going to do it. They'll never.
No, Ed,
These
no,
days,
no.
man. See, these days though, police departments have a hard time operating like that anymore because they're under such scrutiny. Plus, you got body cams and everybody's recording now whenever somebody gets pulled
Yeah.
over, and like it's really hard for police departments to actually do shit like that anymore. To sweep shit under the rug without somebody figuring it out.
They figured it out. Run for my life.
Not to say it doesn't happen, but it's definitely a lot harder these days than it was, 50 years ago.
Oh yeah, David.
Hey,
the
Frank,
calf
good
is
morning.
the calf is the back of your leg. The shin is the front of your leg. So I don't know which one
Yeah,
it
so
was.
it's the shin.
Right.
Cause that was like that one police officer that got pulled over for drinking and driving. I was watching the body cam footage. He's like, man, can't you just let me go? Can't you let me go? He's like, bro, this ain't 50 years ago. He goes, I got a
Hey,
body
Frank.
cam on. They can request
Yeah.
this footage at any time. He goes, I ain't letting you go. He goes, I don't
Yeah.
care if you're a cop or not. He goes, dude, we can't do that these days. He goes, this ain't 50 years ago. He goes, if at any time they request this body cam footage from this particular traffic stop, he goes, my career is over.
Yep.
He took the other cop to jail for drinking and driving. He's like, I'm not letting you go. And he made a good point. It's not 50 years ago. You can't. It's hard for cops to get away with doing shit like that anymore. Because they don't have control over those body cams. Like they can't go in there and delete shit and stuff. It all goes to central databases.
Brother was 15. He's got to be 14 or 13 when I shot these pictures of him.
No, Donald is not in here, Andrew.
Well, on a lighter note, what do you think about that freaking hurricane, man?
I honestly haven't been paying attention to it.
Paul, give JDS
Strongest
a bloody
hurricane
wrench.
ever.
Well, I know that. I'm just saying I haven't really been
You
paying
didn't want
attention
one
to it.
yesterday.
Community, by the way.
It hit Barbados overnight
he-
and tore it up.
No, JDS told me the other night when he was in my chat to take his wrench away. I took it away, and then he came back in my chat the next day and was like, "How come I don't have a wrench?" I was like,
Yeah,
"Stop
he
fucking
did
with
say
my
they want it.
emotions." I told him, I said, "Stop fucking with my emotions, JDS."
Yeah, just give him a wrench and be done with it.
He already gave him a
Um,
wrench the other day and told him to take it off.
Yeah, but just give it him and leave it.
Apparently
Jody. Andrew.
they banned Kaspersky over here, the antivirus program, because they linked it back to Russia.
Did you
So
not
now
know?
they're
Just
I was
because
just-
he's got a Russian
no,
name.
somebody sent me a article about it.
No, it's actually created by in Russia.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They banned
Not
it
just a
because of
Russian
it.
name.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Norton, aren't they, I think they're Indian, aren't they?
Not sure.
God knows. Who?
Antivirus.
I think they're all just with a
I know
fucking-
they were
Okay.
making a lot of the vaccines in India.
Vaccines. No, we're talking about antivirus programs.
All right.
Wrong
No, I
virus.
don't know.
Yeah, wrong virus there, Mark.
Oh, you mean
Shit, my computer's got COVID.
computer virus? Right.
Uh,
Oh, not antivirus. Right. Okay, got you.
and
Yeah. No, I don't know where they're from.
Kaspersky or whatever the fucking called is Russian.
Hey, watch this. Wait, hold on. Damn it. There we go. Can you hear it?
No.
Andrew says that Norton's owned by McAfee.
Hey, hold on.
Norton isn't
Uh,
owned by McAfee.
I didn't think so. I thought they were two
McAfee's
separate
owned.
entities. Hmm.
Here we go.
Seat at the front door. Walmart and said, "Hey, guess what? Hey."
Damn it.
Somebody wrote to Walmart and said, "Hey, guess what? I refuse to be my own cashier and then show my receipt at the front door. Until you post this policy for all to see and it's consistent in every store, you can expect me to walk right past the receipt checker. And if they say anything, I will tell them exactly what I just told you." So I made my own Walmart Facebook page and said, "Thank you for the feedback, but before we can help you with your issue, we'll need to see a receipt." They're like, "You've missed the point entirely. The point was most likely on your receipt, which we have not seen." Wow, I guess Walmart customer service means argumentative and contentious. I'll screenshot your responses so far to send to someone important. Clearly that's not you. So then I made a Walmart corporate Facebook page and said, "Hi, Walmart corporate here. We're sorry about your recent interactions with the unimportant customer service rep. You can share the screenshots with us, but we'll need to see a receipt." Somebody wrote to Walmart and said,
Right. Norton is owned by Symantec, which is an American-based company.
Okay, I thought they were out of India. Now, this one cracked me up. Look at this fucking dog.
Oh my God. That looked like a Q-tip.
God, that's like the worst ever.
That won the ugly dog contest.
And McAfee is owned by Intel.
Oh.
Yes, Precious, you're owned by Mark.
No, there's another dog yapping somewhere over there.
That's like most of the VPNs out there. People don't realize that there's like two or I think like 3 parent companies that own like 90% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, VPNs are slowly becoming fucking obsolete anyway because all these sites now have software or they have shit built into them that recognizes the VPNs and won't let you use anything till you turn it on.
Yeah, which then reduces your security. That's why there's a bill going through UK government to stop companies doing that.
I wish they would over here because that shit is annoying, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'll just be on a site like just reading an article or something, my VPN will be turned on and it'll be like, you have to turn your VPN on or off to read this. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why?
Yeah. Or your ad blocker. You must turn your ad blocker off to read this site. No, because if you load the page and press print screen very quickly, you get the full article anyway.
The only VPN I know that's actually still working without being detected at all is the Deep Connect one that you wire, the one that you hardwire
Yeah.
into your router, the one David and Sean both use. Neither one of them have, or I know Sean said he doesn't have any issues with like Netflix catching it or anything like that. But if you use a virtual VPN, like most of us have, dude, fucking Netflix and Paramount and all them are all now catching it. Is if that bitch is turned on, the app won't even work.
Yeah, well, that one we've got, the one we had, that you can actually put into your router settings.
I'm out of vast.
Yeah. You can now set it up into your router.
I mean, I'm sure some of the VPNs will, they'll figure ways around it eventually, and you'll start coming out with, they'll update them and come out with ways to get around that shit. But it's, a cat and mouse game, right?
Yeah.
They'll figure it out, and then the other companies will figure out what they did, and they'll block that, and then it's just back and forth. Because sometimes my VPN works for, like I'll switch different cities and shit to different servers. Sometimes are different IP addresses, and sometimes it works. And then they'll end up catching that IP address, blocking it. And then I'll switch it to another one and it might work for a little bit. So it's like I said, you jumping all around trying to find one that works.
God, I bet
Fucking
Wimbledon
annoying.
are fucking loving Andy Murray at the moment. Leaving it till the second day of Wimbledon to announce that he's not going to play. At Wimbledon. So, they either have to find an opponent for his the person who was playing, or give his person who was playing a bye.
Who's not playing?
Andy Murray.
Is he injured or something?
No, bloody injured. He's British. What's he injured? What we do best.
all these people on YouTube that are still promoting these VPNs. Oh, if you want to unlock regional content, yeah, that shit don't even work half the time anymore.
Yep. Conservative MP. Just put up the new signs of what for in my constituency. Yeah. Then someone put, is it this one? Apparently it was up 30 minutes before someone defaced it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Hey, Justin.
there.
What?
Yeah, Justin, they're saying that this is the earliest Cat 5 ever on record and the strongest ever to hit Barbados.
It's still going towards Mexico though, right?
Maybe.
What's the
It's
name of
it's
that
starting
hurricane?
to it's starting to shift more north. It's going northwest right now.
What's the name
Like I
of
said,
what's the name they gave it?
Beryl.
Daryl?
Yeah, Beryl.
Barrel.
Beryl.
Oh,
And what's happening is that the high pressure system protecting the upper Gulf Coast is shifting. It's just that they still think it's going to hit Yucatan in the middle. So that's still where it's going to shift back down a little. But when it hits Yucatan, then the tracks after it comes into the Bay of Campeche right there, everything's starting to turn back up. So now you got stuff hitting Brownsville or Corpus Christi, and a few of them still going into Mexico. So and like they've been saying since yesterday now, it's going to depend on the strength of the storm and the currents right there, because if that system moves out the way, it's going to give it a path to be able to go into Texas. So I'm thinking, like I said, the stuff I've been looking at for 2 days has been saying Corpus Christi. So I'm thinking it's going to make that turn, but it's supposed to stall out there too. That's the other thing, according to the tidbit modules. If it stalls right there, it can move up a little higher around Galveston, Houston.
They'll
So
know
it's-
within the next day or two. For
We'll
sure.
know Saturday probably for sure.
Is it,
Because right now everything is the consensus is perfect into the middle of the Yucatan. I'm watching right now. And now coming out of the Yucatan, that's when they start going back up.
assuming if they're saying it's probably gonna stall out, then it's probably not moving that fast then, huh?
Oh yeah, now it's shifting more.
What's up, Andrew?
Yeah, he just said the models are now showing it to shift northwest over
What's up,
the
Jonathan?
far western Gulf. Now that sucker, I'm telling you, Brownsville to Corpus Christi now is looking like it's gonna be a bullseye. Because we're still protected, but the way this thing is, Louisiana, say here's Louisiana. Like right here, we can't even see it. We got like a high pressure going out like this and then coming back. So it's gonna come in around it. We may not get nothing but rain just from all the stuff being crazy pulled in. But I think between Brownsville and Corpus Christi, they're going to get a category 2 at least. Yeah, it's starting to, it's going to shift. That's the thing I'm worried about. Now they're starting to shift a little bit more north than they were in the beginning. And August isn't even here yet. Those are the ones we worry about. So Paul, Lance said he made it home?
Yes, last night.
Damn.
Has he been there that long already?
Hey, came home last night, he said.
I bet you flew to Nevada last night. He was so with having withdrawals.
Oh, probably. At
he
least,
came home
you
and-
know, he probably hugged it.
He got home and he picked it up and he went, "My precious,
That's it.
my precious, I missed you. I'm sorry I abandoned you."
He didn't take any of his drones with him on vacation?
Mavic 3.
Yeah. I was about to say, I thought I remember him showing some drone footage. Talking about it.
He said he did fly it at midnight.
Oh, he did fly it at midnight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Okay.
put a strobe on it, you good? Hey, Andrew, let me explain something about Louisiana. You worry with a direct hit of a tropical storm. A hurricane category 1, 700 miles from us, flooded Mandeville lakefront.
That's the problem with
Because everybody in Louisiana decided to live in a fucking toilet bowl.
Yeah, we should have dug it out first. Huh?
well, the thing of it is your water table is so high compared to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
You know, you go
But
uphill.
they're way below sea level in a lot of places too.
Yep.
Yep.
Like what
The
is
city
it?
of New Orleans is.
Yeah, they're way below sea level. That's why they have all those big ass walls and shit around what do you call them?
The levees.
The levees, yeah.
Yeah, we have a levee system around. A 20-something foot levee system. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yeah, you go climb, and you don't think it is as a kid, but you go walk up that levee and you look at the river. When you get to the top of the levee, the river's only about 4 feet lower than the levee, 5 feet lower than the levee. You don't realize you've already gone 16 feet above where you came from. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's why all the graveyards in Louisiana, a lot of them, they have to bury everybody on top of the ground and or not
Yep,
bury
it's
them,
above ground
above
because they
ground.
float right back up.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'll
In
just end up
Mandeville,
coming
is
up out of the
the
ground.
sea level here in Mandeville is 12 foot. We're 12 foot above sea level. But when we get those east winds coming in, like I said, pushing all because of that little piece of land that we don't have anymore, all that stuff comes through. We're through.
Yes.
That bunker the heart. Look at that.
Oh, most people don't start freaking. I know here in Florida, people don't really freak out for ones, twos, and threes. It seems like, at least not the ones I've been through. Like people didn't overly freak out. Did they mass buy everything? Yeah, but
Yeah, like I said, I got MREs and water and stuff like that. And if it started getting look like it was going to come this way, I got a big 5-gallon military water container in the back that I just
You know-
fill up, and I'll have 5 gallons of water that way.
I wouldn't overly freak out from a one, two, or three, but if it's a 4 or 5, probably. I
Yeah,
haven't
but
been
here,
through a
like I
4 or
said, here
5.
we got to freak out when it's anything bigger than a tropical storm. Because you know, now where I'm at, I don't have to worry about it. New Orleans freaks out. Trying to show you. See, this is the one. That's not the picture. That's not the picture. God darn it. The difference between the Apple and the PC, just enough to aggravate me when I because you get out of stuff different ways. Where is the other thing? Fast Phoenician. Not it. Fort Pike, that's the Fort Pike. Get one of those pictures. I hear a bird.
David's birdies are awake.
One of my dad's friends just got the fire chief's job at Fort Irwin military base. A long ass drive for him every day, man. It's like 20 miles each way. You gotta drive up in there.
Yeah, but he's probably got a fire car or whatever.
Oh, I know. It's a long, boring drive to Fort Irwin. It's just a long open road for like 20 miles. There's nothing out there. You see
Wow.
about 1 million crosses on the side of the road going up there.
Oh,
It's so
really?
crazy. Yeah, that road is one of the most dangerous roads. And that's what's crazy about it. It's like a 20-mile long stretch of highway, and you can see almost the whole 20 miles down it. And it's just a 2-lane highway. 1 lane each way, and there's been
Fall asleep.
hundreds, if not thousands, of crashes on that road, fatalities. There's so many. I mean, I can't even. Man, if you start at one end, it would take you all day to count the amount of crosses and memorials are on the side of that road. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts.
Huh.
If you believed in ghosts and haunted highways, that would be one of the top ones in the US right there.
Actually, Ian Hislop said something about ghosts on one of his programs. He says, "Why is it ghosts always hang around shitty pubs where there's a few thousand people that drink in there and get absolutely pissed, but they're never out around London where like the Black Death was and all that?" He said, "If the ghosts were real, you wouldn't be able to move around London for a fuckers,"
Oh, yeah.
which is true. But when I become a ghost, I'm paying him a visit.
Here you go. The picture I'm trying to show.
If anybody ever has been down that highway, they know what I'm talking about. That's crazy.
Where's that? Where's it go between? What cities?
What, the road?
Yeah.
It goes right before you get to Yermo, between Barstow and Yermo. I'm not
I
sure
think I know
what
it.
I'm not sure what the road, like what city it's actually in. I think it might be in Yermo. It's not considered Barstow.
Wow. I think I know what you're talking about. So look, this picture right here. This picture right here. See this little piece of land right here?
Sure.
That's the only piece of land, and that's only about 200 yards wide max from here to here. Only piece of land that protects the Gulf of Mexico from the North Shore of Vanderbilt.
Wow.
That one little piece of land right there. It's about a half a mile long, about 200 yards wide. That's Lake Bourne right here. This is Lake Pontchartrain. And Lake Bourne, it comes in right from the Gulf of Mexico is right into Lake Bourne. So when we get the east winds, all this stuff comes up. And this is the Wrigley's Pass right down here. All that water comes through Wrigley's Pass right into Lake Pontchartrain. And that's why we get the water like we do. If this would happen, this whole section right here would happen to go, that would be probably, it would raise the water level in Mandeville by about 4 feet. And it would be, they would flood for the first 2 or 3 blocks all the time. And they don't know what they can do to do anything about this. And this used to be wider. My sister's camp, where she used to live, was probably about right here. She used to live right there on the lake, right before it made the turn back. And when I went out there after Katrina, all I saw out there was, which is like trees and debris and everything. There was nothing left. Everybody rebuilt. That's why the water's crazy where I live, because of that one little stupid piece of land. The right hurricane's going to take it out.
Be right here. You get on, yeah, this would be considered Irma. So you get off to 15 right here, you get on this road.
Yeah.
And then it goes all the way out here. And then this is the dangerous part here is when it goes straight. And there is so many fucking crosses on this road, it's crazy. And then it goes all the way up. See how straight it is for most of the way? And then there's the base there,
Yeah.
which the base is actually a lot bigger than that now. That's kind of an old picture. But yeah, if you go on, if you drive down this road, it's just nuts how many, and see, it's just a little 2-lane highway.
Yep.
1 lane each way.
And they come back, they go fall asleep on that road or not paying attention and take somebody out.
You get a lot of people speeding down that road too. There's a lot of young army guys that have, you know, decided let's haul ass in my Mustang or Charger or on my
Yeah.
crotch rocket on the way to town, or coming back to base and going too fast and end up wrecking them. And the thing is that road, along that entire road, there's tank crossings. So at any time, an Abrams could come flying across that road if you ain't paying attention, dude. There ain't no gates or lights to tell you they're coming. You gotta be careful.
Wow.
Hit a fucking 70-ton fucking Abrams, dude. You're gonna crunch like a goddamn tin can on the side of that
Yeah, you'll be
tank.
done.
And they ain't even gonna fill it inside the tank. It'll just be like a little bump, like, oh, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's
Yo.
got to be a weird road sign. Beware tanks crossing. Yeah.
It is, and then you'll see in the road where they've built like super reinforced like concrete slabs that go across the road. Now, when you're driving down the road, you don't fill them. They're just smooth when you go across them. But as you hit the tank crossings, they're just big, huge, like reinforced cement slabs when tanks go over that. So they don't drive over the asphalt. And there's quite a few of them down that road.
Wow. We
That's
got a
weird.
road like that in Arizona. That's like a 25, 30 mile straight shot up towards Nevada. And the same thing. They tell you, be careful because that section of road has more deaths on it than any other road in the state of Arizona.
Wow.
Weird that, because they're more likely to crack the surface of a concrete slab than they are to damage the asphalt, because the asphalt is flexible.
Yeah.
And concrete isn't.
Tanks tear up fucking asphalt. I've seen it before. They did a convoy down Mineola Road one day because something happened and they had to go down that road to get to the Marine base to park a bunch of equipment. And they absolutely ripped that fucking road a new one. The military had to come in and repave like 5 miles of road because they just tore it the fuck up. All these tanks and these damn big ass strikers were going down it. And this road was designed for, family sized vehicles, not fucking tanks to be going down.
Yeah, that stuff
Dude,
was
that road
shooting up in
was
the air.
gone. That road was gone by the time they got, and they were only on the road for about an hour and a half. And they tore
Wow.
up 5 miles of road. Completely just tore it the hell up. Just like when they've had to divert the freeway before. They've had to divert the freeway off the freeway down Route 66 and then to get back on the freeway because of a
Route.
chemical spill or something. And all those 18-wheelers going down Route 66, those
Route.
roads weren't designed for it. And it just ripped it up.
Yep.
It's Route 66. Pack it in.
But
I know when they take tanks down the highways here, they have to fit rubber things on
Motorways.
tracks.
We don't have highways.
our tracks
Officially,
are,
we do. They classed as highway.
No, the motorways. We're not following the Americans on this one.
Strangely enough, our roads
No,
are run by
no,
the
no, no.
Highways Agency.
I've
You
had
do,
enough.
you do
I've
realize
had
what you
enough.
said, huh?
Yeah, I've had enough of the
You just said we
UK
led the
follow.
way.
I've had enough of the UK following the US.
We're
Today.
You
not.
said
We
we
called
led
them
the way. You're
highways
not gonna
before
follow
they
us
did.
this time.
No, no. We're not following the US. We're keeping them motorways.
No, we
Right.
called them highways before they did.
Well, according to the Tories, they want to follow the US now. They don't want to build a wall like you guys have done across America. They want to build a wall out at sea.
Across the English Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what fucked the ferries up.
So y'all wanna follow us, y'all want a prime minister with dementia, huh?
We've got Richie Sunak. He says, "What? It's just as bad."
Yeah.
Roll on bloody Thursday when all these crackpots go back into those little shells and I don't have to hear all this crap.
I've just had a notice, a letter, circular type thing pushed through my door by
Oh, campaign
United
leaflet.
United Utilities, the water board,
Oh, God.
saying they're
What
going
water
to
board?
be doing some overnight work replacing manhole covers and frames on the main road near at the back of me. And
They need some money, so they're going to take out the cast iron ones and replace them with these new shitty plastic ones.
apparently this work is going to take place overnight on Wednesday, the 5th of July. And I thought, okay, make your mind up. Is it going to be done on Wednesday, the 3rd of July or Friday, the 5th of July?
Yeah, someone didn't proofread. It puzzles me how many doctors and council workers and stuff make spelling mistakes. I mean, come on, you're using Microsoft Word for God's sake. It's got a spell checker.
Yeah.
well, actually too, you can download that program called Grammarly. It's you pay monthly for it, and that one will actually do all your punctuation.
Yeah,
It
the
will
council.
do.
Yeah, but Word does that for you anyway.
Oh, I know, but Grammarly's like a really, really good one. Like it's super, it works really, really well. Like it will make, like if you say you write a sentence out and you didn't write it what it would consider correct,
Yeah, but
it will
would it
actually
make it
reword it
American
for you.
correct, or is it unique to each country?
No, it's gonna reword it into a correct sentence.
Yeah, but
So if you
for
say,
your country or for all countries?
like,
No, they do it in the UK as well.
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
you know how you're supposed to write out "you are," but people will write literally the word "you" and then "are."
yeah.
It will recognize that, and it will actually put the
Shorthand.
correct word in there and take the two out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it
Well,
fixes that. It does all the
But do we
punctuation.
want them? Because some of the spelling in in the posts on Facebook are ridiculous.
And it will give you suggestions like it to make something sound better. But let's say it's Grammarly's an AI writing program, but it's really good. That's why they charge a monthly service for it. It's not free. Like you have to pay for that.
It's either that
Yes.
or they should stay at school.
You know what program was actually way ahead of its time? Was Dragon, the voice reading software. You remember Dragon when
Yeah.
it came out in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
That program was kind of ahead of its time because it worked really good back then. It would just pretty much dictate everything you were saying. It would just, everything you would say, it would just copy and write back down.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
the
you
hospital-
don't need that anymore. There's a microphone button next to the space bar on the keyboard on iPhones.
So the hospital sent me a text earlier saying, "We would like to know about your recent experience at the outpatient department at Dermatology Basildon Hospital. Overall, how was your experience with our service?" And then they had like 1 very good, 2 good, and so on. So I put 6, none of the above, absolutely fucking awful, and an absolute pain. They responded back saying, "Oh, not good, we'll be in touch."
That's
Yeah.
that's one of the very few
Customer
surveys I do.
You get customer service surveys for every bloody phone call you get now.
Oh no.
Plus,
That's one survey I do actually try to answer honestly if I get it, is the hospital ones.
Doesn't really bloody matter over here though. Because you can turn around and say you had a seriously shit experience and they'll be like, "Oh well, who
Because
cares?"
they'll
yeah.
ask you like a bunch of different questions on ours. They'll say, were your nurses friendly and, you know, were they responsive? Did they have quick response if you needed something? And then they'll ask, you know, how was the cleanliness and all that? You know, and if the nurses were friendly and nice, the couple times I was in the hospital, I answered, yeah, they were nice. Kind of
No,
went
if
through
I've had
each
a good
question and answered it.
when I've had my big stays in hospital, I've always gone back and, you know, give them a box of chocolates and stuff, you know, say thank you. But what happened yesterday, they can fuck right off.
David walked into the hospital. I got you some chocolates, but I ate some. Sorry. I'm fucking doing a Forrest Gump in there. I ate all the good ones. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
If I had to get them for yesterday's experience, I'd go in there and eat them in front of them.
What's up,
Look
Al?
at these chocolates, but these are fucking tasty.
Ate all the good ones.
Yeah, but they never ask you any questions about whether they actually sorted out the problem that you called to deal with. Only interested in how did our customer
How about
service agent
representative
act?
deal with you?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the Amazon. Yeah, rate your delivery. It was delivered. What more can you say?
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. Well packaged, nicely laid on the floor
I
there.
really like the
It
color
was-
scheme of the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked how the delivery guy just left it at the door for the neighbours to see, so they could
And didn't
steal it.
bother ringing the bell or putting a card through. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know where my Amazon package was because he didn't put a card through to tell me where he bloody left it.
So what did you think of your
It was-
Amazon driver? She had a fat ass.
yeah. Can you send the one you sent yesterday? She was better looking.
Dude, that one last time I got the Amazon package because I've been a minute since I ordered from Amazon, but a couple months ago when I got that package, and she pulled up in that big ass delivery van. It was like a moving truck, and that bitch was dead silent because it was all electric. You couldn't hear it. Like that big of a truck coming up on you. I couldn't believe how quiet it was. I was like, holy crap. I said, that thing's got to be electric. She was like, yeah. She goes, it's actually kind of nice. She goes, it's very quiet and it doesn't rattle you like a big truck like that normally would. So she actually liked it. I was like, damn, that thing is super quiet. But when she's going through the neighborhood, it has a slight beeping noise it makes. So when she's in the residential area, it will go beep, 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 just a little light beeping noise so you can hear it. Because that's how
Yeah.
quiet
And then
that damn truck was.
when the batteries run out, she orders new batteries on next day delivery.
Ours usually do that only when they're
You just
reversing.
plugged a couple ever readies in.
Well, I think they did it for safety reasons because the truck was so
Do
fucking
Ever Ready
quiet.
still exist?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
can't get them over here.
yeah, they're still around. Yeah, they're called Already Dead now.
We used to call them Never Ready.
I called them Already Dead.
Yeah,
Hey,
know,
David,
it's now
you have-
Kodak and Duracell.
do you have those council vans that when they pull up to the traffic lights and they've got the indicator on, it says, the van actually says, this vehicle is turning left.
Oh, we got them on the lorries and
Caution.
everything.
This vehicle is turning left. Huh? Just so that push bikes don't go up the inside of it.
Yeah, we have it on buses and all sorts.
Yeah, but the thing is you can put safety shit like that in place, but when people hear it too much, they get to a point where they tune it out and then they
Scatman's
don't pay
around.
attention to it. You know?
Yeah.
When you're hearing, like, if you say you're working in I don't know, a construction yard and this equipment's beeping all day long because they're backing up and going forward, backing up, eventually you're going to tune it out and you're not going to be paying attention to it. And then that's where an accident can happen. I mean, people will just naturally tune out something that they're hearing all the
Yeah,
time.
but all these bloody things they're now putting on vehicles, wait till it starts going, caution, this vehicle's about to emergency brake.
I'm saying, like, how many
You go into
times,
the back of it.
how many times in your life have you walked like into somebody's house or something? And you're like, what's that noise? And they're like, what noise? Because they've done heard it so much they don't even pay attention to it no more.
To be honest,
know?
I don't walk into people's houses. I go through the front door.
Well, don't be a smart ass. You know what I mean? But I mean, that happens though, where you'll just hear
Yeah.
something all the time and you tune it out. You don't pay
Yeah.
attention to it anymore.
But you walk into people's houses and you go, who the fuck put that there?
This building was not here yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry, was it? No, yesterday morning, me and Laura were stood at the bus stop. Well, sat at the bus stop. Both of us on our phone. We just did this. Doom. It's like, the fuck was that? And the whole bus stop shut. And the only person there was this girl, and she was actually on her phone. And we actually think she walked into the bus shelter, and then carried on her phone and walked past. But it must have bloody hurt because the whole bus shelter went.
Oh, there's so many videos online of people walking, looking at their phones and walking right into big panes of glass and just breaking them.
Well,
That
the
happened to,
funniest ones are, electric doors and stuff at supermarkets. And people will be either looking at their phone or looking down and walk right up
Yeah.
and figure they're going to open it up. Boom.
Oh, speaking
when
of
they don't
that,
open. So we've got one at Iceland, and some days it opens like at a snail's pace, and you have to stand there and wait for it to open wide enough for you to walk through. Other times it just works normally.
Yeah,
Well,
that day's got a problem. There's 4 people taking a piss over the side.
no, we speaking of that, we actually had that problem when I worked at Walmart. We would lock the GM side doors at 9 p.m. and just leave the grocery side doors open.
Why
And
is
it
this
got
clean
to a
water
point
outside, Paul?
where we had to put.
If you look, they're flushing out their fire system, and the water's
Oh, yeah.
in the drains coming down.
But there was a point where we had to put grocery carts in front of the doors because people weren't paying attention. And they would
Yeah.
walk right into the fucking doors and then the doors would fly open because they have an emergency safety setting set in them to where if
Uh-huh.
you're in the inside the building, you can push on the middle of the door and it will actually push the doors, swing them out instead of, it actually swings the sliding doors outways.
Yeah, for
And
emergency.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't know how many people had walked into those doors to the point where we had to start putting grocery carts in front of them so they would see the grocery carts and stop. Because they would walk into them every night. We'd get 1 or 2 people that would walk into them because they just assumed the door was going to open.
Yeah, Iceland doors, they really piss me off. They deliberately make them slow so you can't rush out. Yeah, but if you're in a rush, you see the bus, you're like, I gotta go. Boom! Guy, you fucker.
Mm.
Because you just expect them to naturally spring open, but they don't.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Our Iceland does that as well.
Yeah.
You
When
can
I was
walk
stationed
there and
when I was stationed in Paris Island, we had a guy that worked in the ministry, one of the Navy corpsmen. He worked over, he wasn't the corpsman, Navy, he worked for the ministerial staff. And his family went down to buy a van. They went to buy a van they were looking at in a car lot. It was a big dealership in Savannah, Georgia. And there was something going on where they were giving kids like balloons and stuff like this. And one of his kids, they said, "Yeah, go run out there and get a balloon." And he took off running, and nobody was paying attention. He ran into a plate glass window that was there. That was one of the big windows. It was so clean that he ran dead into it, and the thing started wobbling, and he cracked in the middle, came down like a guillotine right in front of him, and hit and shattered. And he didn't get injured, nothing, right? But they said it happened so fast that if he would have fell into it, it would have came down and probably cut him in half. That's how bad it was.
yeah.
The dealership pulled everybody to the side, and they said, "What van are you looking at?" Like that, and gave him the van for him to sign that it wouldn't sue him.
That's a good trade-off. Why not?
Well, we
Yeah.
had similar
That's-
in Basildon Eastgate Centre. They got like glass for no bloody reason, just hanging off the ceiling, like in sections. And he put the advertisements on for the food court. And the McDonald's one fell down and nearly took a whole fucking family out.
Wow.
Well, see, that's why a lot of glass now, even big pane glass windows that you see at stores now, they're all that, what do they call it?
Toughened.
It's that glass that when you hit it, it breaks into little pieces, so it doesn't
Yeah.
do that.
Toughened
Yeah,
glass rather than
toughened
laminate.
glass.
Tempered.
Yeah.
Tempered glass, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Same as they used to make
Awful.
windscreens in.
Yeah.
it puzzles me though why shops have these big glass fronts. Are you displaying anything? No. Well, why don't you put a normal small size window in and a bit of a frame? And then if one gets broken, you're only replacing a small piece of glass instead of a whole fucking shop front.
Mm.
Oh, that reminds me, I gotta call our insurance company and get our fucking window replaced on our car. Sarah was going down to take the kids down, or Thomas down to camp the other day. Fucking something hit the window, and now it's a big ass fucking spider web cracking the window on the passenger side. She goes, "I don't know what hit it." She goes, "Because it was raining." She goes, "We were driving down 27 when it was raining." She goes, "All of a sudden I just heard something hit the window." I was like, "Fuck." But luckily, insurance companies usually they have to replace it. And you don't get dinged for it. You don't have to pay anything out of pocket for it. So
Oh, you have a test on our windscreens now. If it gets a small crack and it's repairable, they'll repair it for free. But if it needs to be replaced, instead of it being free now, it costs you about £100
a lot
Instead-
of states over
instead
here
of
have,
like 500-600 for the windscreen. But
Autoglass
There's-
repairs.
there's a lot of states over here that the insurance companies, they have laws that say the insurance companies have to replace them, and then they're not allowed to charge you for them. So you end up,
Shoot,
so it
they
doesn't-
charge you here.
they never used
some
to.
states don't
do
have that. Some states have that set in place, and then there's other states that don't.
I got zero deductible, so I had, like I said, it was after Katrina. I was driving, somebody shot my back window out on my exterior. So that window cost me $235 to repair. And I was talking to my insurance agent. She said, because I had a $250 deductible, it was $239 for the window, so I had to pay it. So I had it put in and everything. And I was talking to her, and she said, "Well, we could change it to zero deductible." She says, "Because that was really unfortunate that you had to pay for that." I said, "Yeah, it really was." And she said, I said, "What's that going to raise my insurance?" She goes, $2 a month. I said, well, shit. Why didn't you tell me that before? So
Mm.
I've had zero deductible on comprehensive forever. So you never have to pay anything. If you put a brand new one in and go down the road and somebody throws a rock up and tears it up, we'll get another one.
Mm.
My son's police car, you remember that chase I told y'all about a month ago? Where they were going down a road with gravel on it? He's got a couple of dings on the hood from where the gravel got it. But his windshield has got a crack going almost all the way across.
I'll do it.
And I said, well, aren't they gonna fix it? They said, yeah, they'll fix it eventually.
Over here, if there's any crack in the driver's line of sight in the windscreen,
Yeah, you gotta change it.
You've got to change it because they will do you if they stop you and find that that's still there. You can get
Oh,
ticket for that.
there's some states that you can't have any cracks in the windshield, and they can ticket you. I think California is one of them. Like your windshield has to be pristine. I don't think you can have any cracks in it, otherwise they consider it a safety issue. But you can't even have a fucking air freshener on your fucking mirror in California without them making a big deal about it.
Oh, they started moaning about that over here as well. Having things dangling from your mirror because it interferes with your view. Yeah. She says, how much more do you want to interfere with you? There's a fucking big mirror stuck in the middle of it.
Like, I understand, like, somebody, because I have seen, like, girls' cars where they have, like, fucking, like,
big puffy toys and all sorts.
Yeah, they'll have, like, big puffy dice and, like, fucking 15 things hanging off their mirror. And it's swinging all over the place. That I understand, but just to have a single air freshener on your mirror, I think is stupid. Don't make a big deal about that.
Every time you put your car into a car wash, they stick a bloody air freshener on the mirror. When are we getting the sunshine back? I mean, we had it back for about 5 minutes about an hour ago, but that was it.
I'll go fly in that ship.
Oh,
I don't know. Did he even say that?
No, he didn't say it. I don't know. It's
Usually-
Meals on Wheels time. I thought it was a little early.
'Cause usually he'll ask us if, if it's okay if he goes,
Yeah.
because he doesn't just want to leave.
dropped back down to 15 degrees here today. Hi, Al, TJ, Dusty.
There he is. East Coast.
DJ.
That's Luigi. Like DJ.
Yeah, he's got the hats. Did he ever say what his wife thought about his hats?
Yeah, she said, what on earth are you wearing that for?
Imagine she was probably more mad that he went and bought that.
Good. She might, hey, never know. He may be able to chase her around the house looking for coins.
Oh God.
See him run around the house. Do.
What was the name of the princess? Was it Princess Penelope?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that her name? I can't remember what the
I
princess
honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was.
Go get her the princess hat, TJ, and you can chase her around.
There you go.
There you
That'd be
go.
cool.
Chase her
He'd
around
be
the house.
laughing too hard. Oh man. And my son got up this morning at 4 o'clock this morning. Was walking out the house. I turned around, looked at him, looked like a spot walking up. They got training in Mississippi. He had to drive to Mississippi for training. And he walked out of here. He had all his gear on, all his SWAT gear on, and the AR hanging over the front. I said, damn. I said, I'm glad I know you. I'm glad you're going. He was so intimidating, the dogs weren't even barking at him.
What's he gonna do about this new flat he's got, where he's going to be the like supervisor or whatever? If he's going to move to where Texas to join a different force.
He said he wants to go make more money. That's all he worried about.
Like I told him to come to Florida. They're offering tons of extra money.
I'll
And
put it
he'll
like this. He's a lot of talk.
Down here, we actually like the law enforcement. We don't demean it. We don't fucking tear them down like the other states do. We
Yeah.
actually support them.
Well, they got one of the seniors over there in one of their offices, but one of the lieutenants keeps giving them some crap. Him and the other ones on that shift. And it's some days the guy's not giving them crap, some days giving them all crap, you know. And they said for the money they're making, they're ready to go. Because they said some days he comes in and he's in a good mood. Some days like he'd been fighting with his dog or something, you know.
Hmm.
So it's like he just has enough every once in a while. But I said, but you love your job, right? So yeah, I love my job. I said, shut up, go to work. I said, because you get the same thing all the time. Because I didn't tell you what happened. Well, I was on a treasure chest one night. When I used to work at treasure chest EMS, and I'm standing. And we had just opened up a restaurant there, so there was a different kind of way that people went and ate. They went and ate at the restaurant because the guards used to go over all security. So I was standing up there, and one of the securities had to go to eat, and they had that was his time he had to go, and they didn't have security to take his place. So they asked me to do it. And I said, I can't do it because I'm not certified through the state to be here to be security. And if something happens on board, I can't stay here. I got to be on board. So they called my supervisor. And they wound up getting another security guy to come up and cover it. Called my supervisor. My supervisor come up and said, what happened? And he says, you're right. You cannot stay in that post. And I said, I would have gladly done it if I'm certified. You know, it's no big deal. Next day, I get called into office. I'm being relieved off the treasure chest. They're going to find a shift for me. I looked at him and I said, let me explain something. I didn't do anything wrong. So you're not going to find a shift for me. I'll go work for WestJet or let me pick my shift if you're going to take me off the treasure chest. So I wound up getting to pick my shift and I went with Rudy. The 6 days on, it was 5 days a week, 5 to 2 or 7 to 2 or something like that. And once we did 8 calls, we were finished. We used to finish them by 9 in the morning. We used to bring dialysis patients back and forth. So when it was all said and done, about a month later, they're giving out the awards for the year. And I got the award for outstanding medic for the Treasure Chest Casino. So figure that one out. I get fired from the boat, but I get the outstanding award. It was crazy. I said it was all political. That's all it was. Because I didn't bow down to their security. But I couldn't. You know, technically the state police could have came up and said, why are you on this post? You're not certified, you're in violation. Then they could have actually charged me for doing that. So it was like, nope, not doing it. I could stand there with somebody all night, but I could not be the one checking IDs and checking everything else. Because if somebody got past me I didn't know about, then it's all on me. But it's in every job, you got that. It's a crazy stream this morning. I'm the only one got my face showing.
Did you
I'm
say
eating
something?
at the moment.
I'm gonna fix that.
I'm eating at the moment.
I can fix that. Then everybody come on and say, what the hell? I had a dream that I was eating pancakes this morning. Woke up, had a pillowcase in my mouth.
God.
Yeah.
So I got up and made pancakes.
I hate when you have one of those vivid ass dreams and then you wake up and realize it's all bullshit.
Oh, I'm telling you. Especially when it involves that girl across the hall.
Like you'll have a dream that you like won the lottery or something. You're in your dream spending all the money and then you wake up and realize you're broke.
I haven't had that one yet.
Or you get the wet dreams, like you were saying, the real hot chick.
No, I didn't have a wet dream. I'll tell you this morning, when I woke up, I had that taste of a pancake. I could taste it, and I had a corner of my pillowcase in my mouth. And I said, spit it out, looked at it, and I went, "Shit, I'm gonna make pancakes."
The worst one is when you wake up, you roll over, you see your partner, and she's giving you the evils. You know you cheated in her dream again.
In her dream.
Well, that at that point, David, don't you just say, "Well, how was I?"
Now, at that point, I just say, well, that's me having a bad day.
Go back to sleep and forgive me. Find me in that dream again and forgive me.
No, you say, who did I cheat with and was it worth it?
Was
Yeah,
it as
that's
good for
another
you as
good
it
one.
was for me? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, if it happens the other way around, you just ask her, well, was he bigger than me?
Yeah, but they're never angry at you when they cheat on you in their dream. Not like you can do anything about you cheating in their dream.
God, it's windy out there.
'Cause it's not cheating
Oh,
in
we've
their
had
dream,
rain
it's
all day.
fantasy.
Yeah, winter came back this morning.
Was it chilly there?
Yeah, 15 degrees, absolutely
Yeah.
chucking down, wind blowing.
What did Laura charge your batteries or what?
No, but she was going to. I think the threat of it might have been enough.
Joe's a pillow biter.
Watch it now. Step back.
Mia wants to go out all
What
the
the
time.
fuck, Dusty?
What does it
Dusty
say?
said a long time ago my wife was gone with her parents to visit family. I went to sleep one night. I don't remember what happened, but I woke up the next morning and my socket set was in the oven turned on.
That's hate when that happens.
Might have some sleepwalking issues there, buddy. Like some sleep paralysis or something going on there.
Nothing beats a good sleepwalk. When you wake up, you look at your phone and you're like, "Fucking hell, I've achieved my step target today."
Mm. Yeah, sleepwalking would not be good for me. I sleep naked.
Right? Could have done
Well,
that.
it might be all right for you, not good for the neighbours. You mean?
Yeah.
Could have done without knowing that, but all right.
Well, that's Paul Stream for you. It's always top for information. You can't get the information here. You ain't getting it anywhere.
Anyway, the weather was bound to turn bad.
Why?
Glastonbury.
Yeah, but that's ended. It was last weekend.
Right.
They actually had good weather this year.
Why she's so determined? I don't understand dogs. Go out there and lay in the sun,
Hmm.
but yet when she comes in, her tongue's hanging out and she's panting. I don't get it.
Mm.
Bo does that. He goes out and we got a little cement slab in the middle of the yard. Somebody built for, I think, a fire pit or something at one point. But he likes to go out there and lay down on it under the sun. Does it all the time.
Yeah, well, concrete retains heat quite well.
Well, here's what I'm wondering. Since she's so old, do you think it's the warmth helps her bones and muscles?
That has something to do with it, probably.
That probably feels good on her joints.
Well,
Yep.
that's one family that's having their life changed forever. She went into hospital expecting to have one baby, ended up having 4.
Lord help.
Oh, quadruplets? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody fucked up on that ultrasound. How do you fucking miss that?
Don't know, but all 4 of them are boys as well.
So she comes in and she's panting with her tongue hanging out.
Oh my God, could you
Yeah.
imagine her grocery bill when they're like 15, 16?
Wow.
Oh my fucking God, dude. They are gonna eat her out of house and home.
Wait, have you seen the
Yeah.
price of baby milk nowadays? It's like 20 quid a tin.
Oh, it depends on what kind you want. Because
That's the cheapest.
that's what I'm saying. If your baby has to be on a special type of formula, that shit can be up to
Mm.
$35-$40 a can.
Oh, it's a
Yep.
special
Depending on
type
what
of
kind.
formula over here. They get it on the NHS. The standards from the shop. So it's like 20
Hey,
quid a
Mike,
jar.
how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. I'll just mute Paul so
Yeah.
you can have a private convo without me answering his questions.
Paul said that the dog comes in with the tongue hanging out and panting. Sound like the dog enjoyed it because my wife used to do that all the time.
Me. Yo, you've got your mirror down on it. Freaking birds.
So it looks like tomorrow I got a day off. I don't have to shoot that Mandeville thing.
Why?
That's a good thing.
Are you sure? Because they might all be in a photo lineup.
I'm actually kind of happy I'm not because they're actually talking about thunderstorms tomorrow. So tomorrow it might be a rain out anyway.
Okay.
So we have a 16-year-old that has qualified for the Olympics. A sprinter, the youngest ever to qualify for the Olympics, 16 years old. He broke the 400 record. His last name is Wilson.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
No, it's funny during the Olympics when they were showing the footage of it, was when the cameraman was actually out running the runners to get
Yeah, I
the
saw
shot.
that.
Yeah. Carrying a camera.
Yeah,
Mm.
carrying a fucking 70-pound camera and he's running faster than the fucking people that are actually in the race.
Well, I tell you what, those cameramen that carry those the gimbals, those big gimbals, I couldn't do it. Cup of noodles. You ready for this? Ready for this? Cup of noodles. You know what those are, right?
Yep.
Cup of noodles, campfire s'mores, limited edition.
What?
Yeah,
Unless
it says-
it must be a dessert type.
Yeah, it's scary. I'm not gonna do it.
I doubt there's noodles and shit in it. It's probably a dessert cup, some kind of cake or something or something.
I'm gonna go find out if they got it somewhere. I might buy one just to have it. Look at Walmart. Maybe Walmart got it. Yeah, those Boston cream Pop Tarts, they can keep them. They tasted like it, but every one of them had the chocolate a little bit different. Wasn't consistent.
Mm.
Okay, Hurricane Beryl, 170-mile-an-hour winds. Listen to this, Justin. They have a buoy it went over, right? Buoy registered 40-foot waves. And then they
Oh,
lost the
wow.
buoy. And then they lost the buoy. They have no response from the buoy anymore. 40-foot waves. That
Pretty good.
is freaking crazy. Oh, hell no. That's got to be Photoshop.
It's for a college.
Well, they got the wrong person running.
Yeah, they do.
Why does everyone keep moving around on Zoom? Oh, you're muted.
I think he's talking to David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him. I see Cup of Noodles all over Walmart, but not that one.
That might not even be real though, too.
Well, it was on the news just now. They're saying I didn't hear when it was coming out. It might not be out yet.
Would you like a piece of my Satsuma, you little fuck?
It's on Walmart. Are you ready
That's
for
not
this?
way to talk to Laura.
It
Rio,
says pick up today.
here you go.
There, TJ, check your messenger. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I sent you a link to Dusty's Facebook if you didn't have it.
It is available at the little Walmart by me. It says campfire s'mores, natural and artificial flavors, ramen noodles and sauce.
Ramen noodles,
I'm gonna have to go get it.
s'mores. Mm.
I gotta go there anyway to pick up some medication.
Don't tell Donald. what we've got. What's happening at Finsbury Park?
Oh God, what isn't?
I don't know. We've got a TFR just come in.
Well, I found out why we have that TFR the next couple of days.
What's a TFR?
A no
Can't
fly
fly.
zone. Temporary flight restriction.
It'll be
Yeah.
something to do with the elections, won't it?
5th to the 7th of July. And the 12th to the 14th of July.
So the USA are out of the Copper America. It's now Copper No America.
I have to open the NOTAM to see what it was about.
Yeah, they lost last night. They played stupid. But
Yeah.
there was the goal that Uruguay made was offside.
Well, there's a lot of controversy, isn't there? Because was it your coach had actually signalled it was 1-1 in the other game, and then suddenly you was 1-0 down.
Yeah, but it was what you call it. It was definitely offside. They showed it 3 or 4 times, and they said no, it's good. 2 guys were offsides.
There's already people that have posted review videos on it, Joe, on YouTube.
Right there.
Yeah,
What,
of that. of
What
it
on the
was-
goal?
No, on the cup of noodles, campfire s'mores.
Yeah, there's already a
Picture
few
just
people that, there's already a few people that have done review videos on it, and it is
How
the
bad were
noodles.
they?
Well, the one girl opened it up and she goes, "Oh, well, they have a new ramen noodle out with the s'mores flavor." And she opens it up, she smells it, she goes, "It smells like ass." And then she starts eating it and she goes, it's not that bad. I just like, if they wanted to come out with something like that, they should have came out with where it was like a cake or something, not fucking noodles in it. That's
Or if they put the noodles in, have like a graham cracker type of noodle.
oh, just take the noodles out and make it a dessert cup.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Mm.
I mean, I'd try it, but it's just like, oh, I don't know.
Well, I got to go there today. I might get one. I got to go
Joe's
pick up
gonna-
some nitroglycerin tablets.
Joe's gonna go there.
Nitroglycerine?
Fine.
Yeah.
Isn't that explosive?
Yeah,
No, they won't.
but it's what you use for angina.
Yeah,
Vagina.
I'm
The
down to
tablet-
about
the
12.
Well, there's
tablets
one way.
they put-
There's one way.
The tablets they put underneath their tongues for angina.
Yep.
Angina.
So, what was the last thing he said? Was, "God, this is explosive." Boom.
Mm.
Yeah, I told that to my wife the other day. I needed to do it for angina, and she took her pants off. I said angina.
Mm.
Now Joe's gonna get to Walmart and find out they only have those in a 48 pack.
It says they got them for singles and 6 packs. I'm not buying a 48 pack.
So you buy a single, open it, taste it, and then go and buy the 6-pack if you like it.
Yeah, like I said, they should have just took the noodles out of it and made it like an actual dessert cup with like a cake bottom or something on it.
Yeah, it kind of looks nasty to me.
Gray said it only explodes if you fart real hard. TJ said that looks disgusting.
Yeah,
It
it
does.
needs it needs an impact to explode.
Your
Like I
Laura's
said, don't
cooking.
do it.
There's your impact.
What up, Dre? Look, Jonathan said he's gonna run out and grab a bunch of those. We'll get the cup of noodle s'mores.
They had these things at Walmart. I'm sure they still sell them, but they were cake in a cup. And you would literally
Yeah.
mix it into a coffee
Oh.
cup and then microwave it. And they
Yes.
actually were not that bad.
Mm.
Fucking
I tried-
terrible. Talking about.
I tried quite a few different ones and they
Hey,
were actually
David?
not bad.
I did me a little box last night, a little 3D box with
Yeah.
a lid. So I could put my stickers in it.
Oh,
I made one for each kind of sticker. They were in a plastic bag in my way now. I could at least make it look a little neater, you know?
that might be what Laura was talking to me about this morning when I was like, I've just woken up. What are you going on about, woman?
It holds 100 stickers. I mean, that's a perfect fit, 100. Got a deal, that same sticker company has a deal right now. I'm thinking about doing it. You get 100 stickers, hologram stickers for $20.
Not bad.
I'm thinking about going ahead and getting them because it's going to be the same sticker, updated a little bit. And it's going to be hologram. Be about a half-inch smaller. And that's really what I'm trying to do, get a little bit smaller. I need a 2.5 inch instead of a 3 inch because I want to be able to put them on the drone.
Won't be enough room on the drone for 100 stickers.
Not for 100. Not for 100.
Yeah.
I got to get over to Johnny's. He's got about 20 stickers I don't have. And I'm going to have to get a bigger board to put them all on.
I've got to try and find the envelope that Johnny sent me with the stickers in it because it's disappeared. Must be somewhere, but I can't remember where I put it. And that's got that little pin one and the poker chip from Marcus in it as well.
Yeah. Well, I woke up this morning and when my alarm echo woke me up, I'll tell it to stop and it'll automatically tell me good morning, the temperature today should be and all of this. And it says expect thunderstorms. And I went, oh damn.
Yeah. See,
It came on the news
Google
here and it
used to
said
do
we're not
that.
getting any rain till tomorrow.
Yeah, my Google used to say that, do that when it used to tell it to stop. It used to give me the weather and everything. Now when the alarm
Yeah,
goes off, just tell it to fuck off and he just stops for me.
Yeah, but yours comes out and says, "Good morning, David." It says, "Good morning, David. Tell Laura Laura must have charged her batteries because it's raining today."
The girls called me Dr. Feelgood back in the day. Oh God.
Oh, that's scary, Greg. Shoot, I didn't care what they called me back in the day, as long as they called me.
Actually, there's no real reason for them to call you back the next day.
Shoot, they didn't let me leave. What you talking about?
Trying to figure out how to empty your wallet for you left.
Yeah, right.
Now, Joe, what have you done? I've just heard a rumble of thunder.
Had
Either that or someone's running off with a fucking bin.
nothing to do with me. That's all Laura's batteries, not mine. Laura saying, maybe I can fly my drone. Lightning.
No, it wasn't thunder. Well, it's not on the map anyway. Which means someone's running off with the dustbins again. We got them big ones on 4 wheels. Yeah, Laura ain't flying a drone. She's actually asleep.
No,
You up all night?
I woke up at 4 when Justin was leaving.
No, it's talking about Laura.
Oh, yeah.
David said she's still sleeping.
No, she just got up this morning and said she was still tired. But I had a hospital appointment, so she had to get up.
The one thing about this chair, when I lay like this, it's like a perfect position when I lay just like this. The way my legs are on the ground and everything, and the chair just sits perfect. And this, if I just put my arms down on the side like this, I could fall asleep. I've done it. I fell asleep here, just like this. I gotta go to the eye doctor. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on with this eye.
Did anybody see the Portugal game last night?
No.
No.
Fucking Ronaldo. He was crying like a fucking big girl because he missed a penalty.
Hmm.
And he still got fucking through.
They won on penalties anyway, didn't they?
Yeah, but he missed a penalty in extra time.
All right.
I tell you what, if they play like that, like they played last night again, like that against France, they're going to get absolutely fucking slaughtered. You can't have a player that's in his late 30s running around like that. Just retire, man.
Nothing. I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
Okay, see you.
Hey, what do you guys think?
I don't.
You don't think? Okay.
Yeah,
I think
Justin
I'm
just
gonna
jumped
call.
off.
I'm gonna call it for this morning, and we'll be back again at 5 p.m. Eastern time. David, you have a good restful day. Joe, take care. Thanks for being here, buddy.
And
And
we'll go
Mark,
drop off envelopes.
we'll see you again later today. Bye for now.
That's right.
See you, Paul.
Bye bye.